They're out on the town, they're wondering where she is. They don't take it very lightly when she deboards the ship. Is she out at the dawn? Is she out with some friends? What's she wearing? What's she look like? Where's she been? They're out on the town, they're wondering where she is. They don't take it very lightly when she deboards the ship. Yeah. Is she out at the bar? Is she out with some friends? What's she wearing? What's she look like? Where's she been? What's up with the style of her? What's up with the clothes that she wears? What's up with the drinking? You never can tell with a teenager. What's up with the style of her? What's up with the clothes that she wears? What's up with the drinking? You never can tell with a teenager.
Super Divorce. Divorce.
A bang bang, a bang bang. My back is quivering with the chances I hold. Each one is just another shot to get back home. My legs are shaking now from the running I've done. I gotta keep the pace until the race is won. Can I take my humble hands and make myself whole? Can I take my humble hands and make myself whole? I've been a really bad shot, but I'm trained up. I got missing my mark, but I made up.
divorce. And we are not getting a 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 divorce.
Crazy is when you don't get a leg up on the competition. Crazy is when you allow the competition to get the leg up on you. And what happens then? When the competition gets a leg up on you, they piss right in your mouth. Super divorce. This fuck. Big dog. Wow.
Here's a cookie. Nobody wanted to get on YouTube to watch you eat cookies.
Someone did.
Charged with
Hey, man. Welcome back to Super Divorce Live. Welcome to the Super Divorce channel. The greatest channel on the platform, wherever you're watching. Any platform you're on, this is the best one. After all, and I thank you for being here tonight. It is I, Super Divorce, with you, the Emperor of Uploads, the Lord of Live Streams, here for a continuation of a game we started last evening. It's called Desktop Explorer, and towards the end of last night's stream, I was really getting pretty burnt out. This is a game that requires a lot of focus and attention, and by the end of it, I was all baked up, man. I couldn't comprehend what was going on. I couldn't solve any more puzzles. I was just tapped out. So hopefully, coming back afresh will allow me to continue solving this mystery of ours that we're looking at here in this game. We're going to get to that in just a second. Hello, Pizza Rolls, over in the chat. Jess, hello. I'll try to have fun best I can. I wanted to say something real quick. I was not able to get an upload on the channel today because I'm working on another project right now. I'm working on something that I think is going to be pretty cool. The Wombat Project. We're going to get that going very soon. I will fill you in on the details when the time is right. But just remember that. Just remember the Wombat Project, or Project Wombat, whatever you prefer to call it. Either one will do, or you can come up with your own name. But that's the working title right now. And we'll have more details soon. But that's why I didn't get an upload up today. But that's all right. We're going to go ahead and get started here with Desktop Explorer. We're going to dive back in. We're going to continue our game from last evening. Just booting up the system here. Will we ever have a pop culture from Pop Culture Minute again? I wouldn't rule it out. You never know what's going to happen around here. Pop culture could come back at any time. You never know. So, if you're a fan of pop culture, don't worry. Nothing happened to him. He's just taking a break. He could come back at any time. So here's our... no, that's not the one we want. What do we want? Desktop Explorer, the cave. Oh, I can go back to the cave. Okay, I'm gonna have to get reintroduced here to what was going on. So we got the 3 paths that are open to us. Path 1, Anubis, Path 2, Thoth, and Path 3, Ra. Those are different paths right now. And let's just look at this again, just so we can become reacquainted with everything that's happening. There are 3 paths to exit this chamber, each protected by a stone guardian. An eye on the ceiling oversees this room. It's as if this engraved symbol wishes to witness your decision on how to proceed. Choose wisely. A dog-headed man overlooks Path 1 with the name Anubis below his feet. His stone gaze is a reminder of your fear of the unknown. An ibis-headed man watches over Path 2 with the name Thoth below his feet. His stone gaze is a reminder of your weakness to succumb to madness. A falcon-headed man guards Path 3 with the name Ra below his feet. His stone gaze is a reminder of the frailty of the human body. In front of you lies a podium with a metal plate on top. A scarab is depicted on it, along with 3 uniquely shaped holes. And when we look at the source code, there are no hints embedded there. So that's about good on that. Now, here's the chamber. And I should probably get my color lens out, because sometimes this reveals fabulous secrets. But I can't remember if there was anything on this particular one. It doesn't look like it. But, you know, it says you have to do it in a certain order. And last night, I think let me try something. I don't know if I did this. Oh, I can't rename these. Okay, that's why. All right, so we'll start with path 1, because I think I did path 2. Hourglass. Blue lockbox. I did one of these and got to a point where they... Whoops, you're back here again. Complete the other paths to access that puzzle. Ah, okay, yeah, so it was... So I couldn't go all the way through path 3. So I have to go either through path 1 or 2 first. Now, let's read balance. What does it say here? Get out of here, Pizarro. By crossing this threshold, you immediately feel lighter. However, this sensation goes beyond your physical body. You walk on the line between spiritual harmony and eternal despair. You reach a room surrounded by religious imagery. At the center rests a scale with coins on its plates. The left plate holds a coin with an engraved heart. The right plate holds a coin with a feather symbol. The scales are currently tilted to the right, meaning the right side is heavier at the moment. The scale has a familiar sigil engraved on it. Now, looking at the source code, you've learned to reveal the secrets of the moon sigil before, is what it says. So if we look at the left plate, and then we use the color lens, this is the moon sigil. So that's a heart. Okay? That's the left plate. On the right plate, we have this right here. The feather coin. And then back here, we have the Anubis scale. Now this, I was able to make some little bit of headway last night. What I did was I opened up these coins here and something happened. Originally, the scale was tilted to the left. And I don't remember what I did exactly to cause this rebalancing of the scales to where it tilted over to the right. So you had the feather over here. I thought for a second maybe what I needed to do was to open multiple instances of this. You know, but maybe did I even do this? Well, shit, look, see, that's how blown my mind was last night. Like, how long did that take me? Not long at all to figure that out. Okay, now that tilted the coins back to the left. So let's see what it says here. 180 and 120. So if we add another coin here and duplicate, what do we have now? Now it's 180 and 240. So hold on, I need to maybe get my calculator out. So so right now we've got 60, what is this? What does that mean? KB? Kibits? Cubits? There's 60 between them. Now, when I add another coin here to the left, that rebalances to 270 and 240. Meaning we've got, what do we have there? What was it before? It was, I guess it would have been 180. So every time I add a coin to the left, it's going to add 90. So you have to, what'd that make it? 360. So then what? Maybe one more of these. Now they're balanced. Okay, now it's all balanced out. And did the story update? No, it's still the same story there. So I think I can get that out of Dodge. Now, balance frees me from the jaws of Amit. So that's going to be the password. There we go. Good job. I thought you would have cleared this one quicker, though. Everything okay? Well, everything was not okay last night, Pizarro. I was running out of steam. I already talked about it. So we can get rid of these, I think. And that. I ended up not needing it. Locked Jaw is the file here. Actually, I want to do the journal entry first. In Halibut's journal. I must never forget this. I wanted to get little Guppy, a stuffed animal at the zoo, so I let her choose whichever she wanted. In case you're getting up to speed, Guppy is me. I'm playing as a girl named Guppy. That's her nickname from her uncle. We're examining her dead uncle's computer to try and figure out secrets about perhaps what happened to him. Okay, I tried my hardest to convince her to pick this giant bass plushie, but I think she figured out I was trying to influence her. She's so clever, it was really cute. She ended up deciding on a small stuffed dinosaur. Wouldn't you know it? Of all possible toys, she chose a Stegosaurus. It was cute, sure, but I couldn't help making the connection to Maxine. Must be a thing between tough girls. I hope someday they can get to know each other. I think Maxine might be his former love interest. Something happened there between the two of them, and we don't know what. Okay, now, story continues. The clicking of the scales triggers an opening on the floor. A set of downward stairs is revealed. The walls reverberate with a spiritual approval of some kind. You can't quite understand its meaning. A slightly flooded floor welcomes your descent. The religious scriptures around the walls are now partially covered with vines, and a large sculpture of a crocodile's head rests on the nearest wall. This new room is dark, but you clearly see multiple unlit torches around you. There is something inside the crocodile's jaws, but opening by force proves futile. On a hunch, you speak loudly. Abracadabra. No luck. However, you know there is power in your words. Scanning the room again, you start to remember something that could work. Okay, let's take a look at the source code. Magic word, abracadabra. Perhaps a different magic word might do the trick. Do not be afraid to modify files. Okay, dark vines. Let's see if the color lens does anything. Thought maybe the red would do something to the torches, but no. Okay, so we got dark vines and these carvings on the wall. Haven't we seen similar things in previous puzzles? Well, let me look at them. We got an elephant, Elephas. We've got the man's face. We've got the cave and a key. And no help from the color lens here. So they're saying, don't be afraid to modify the name of files. And we've got some numbers here. So there's a 1 over these scratches in the wall. 2 Elephas. Is there a 3 anywhere? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Don't be afraid to modify. Rename. I can't rename. I can't rename any of them. What else could I do? Look at this again. Do not be afraid to modify files. Perhaps a different magic word might do the trick. Which files? And see, like, what do you mean to modify them? Because... sometimes stacking them will do something. Not this time. And I can't rename them, so what are their modification? You can duplicate things. But here, I don't think that that's what they want from me. See, they're calling back. You start to remember something that could work. I mean, is it just Eliphas again? Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think that would be it. Hold on. I just saw that, so maybe they're calling out... Okay, maybe here's an idea. We had Eliphas. Now maybe what they want me to do is take like the second letter from Eliphas. And then maybe the first letter of that one, the sixth letter over here. But I don't know if there's enough. Shit. And they don't save those passwords, do they? I don't know if those are saved anywhere. I have to go back to the Eliphas, don't I? How do I get back there? That's all the burning coals. All that stuff was in the temple. Wait, or no, that was in the cave. It would have been nice if, like, in the properties, they told me what the password was to open each one. Because now... How am I gonna... Shit. Do they really not log that anywhere? Is that for real? Yeah, we can just permanently delete these. Because I'm not going to remember what each one of those was. Would have been nice to have that. Let me check the chronologue. No. Not kept there in the task list. Key image. Portonus, that was the key. So, if it goes in order... Here, I'm gonna have to write this down so I can try. So, the key... The letter would be 2, 3, 4. That would be letter T. T, and then we've got on the elephant, that would be letter L. Okay, so then we need, what is that? Maybe an N? Or is it a W? I wish you could zoom in on this. Let's see. That's the key. Etched wall. Dare to say my name. How did we get that? The etched walls one. Turn the lock with it. A small chamber. Look at the source code on this one. They didn't write their name on the wall. but still you feel as if you could figure out who the author behind these etchings is. Who is the author? I kind of remember solving this. Dare to say my name. Was it walleye? See, I have no way of testing now that I've already done it. I guess that would make sense because I thought it might have been a W. The dark vines. Yeah, here we go. W-A. But that doesn't look like an L. So I don't remember what that was now. And then as for the cave one, let's see here. What was the cave? Cassandra. I thought this was the Cassandra one. I think that might have been. That looks like an A on the end, and that might be an S right there. And that would be the 6th letter. So you have something in the wall, and then you'd have the face, which would be the 6th letter, A-S-S-A-N. And then you've got the cave, and then the key. What was the cave? Rubicon? Was it that simple? That looks like it is Rubicon. I see an O, like I-C-O-N. So... But that doesn't work because that's not enough letters. So what else could they be pointing to? If you've got Rubicon and 2. See, that throws a wrench in my idea. Because we've got number 8. We've got 8 little tallywhacks up there. And let me just drag this across again. What do the numbers mean? They want it to make a magic word. There's another magic word involving these passwords and these numbers up at the top of them. And it's not going to be just every word smashed together. That would be too long. That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't even be a magic word. It would just be a jumbled mess. So that can't be it. There's got to be something else going on. Unless I've got this wrong. And they're not looking for the Rubicon. Then there's a dead end. Okay, you reached the dead end. But I think it definitely says Rubicon down here. I think that's actually it. So 1, to Eliphas. Oops, you're back here again. Okay. Anyway. The locked jaw. So this jaw is locked. It needs a magic word said involving these magic words and these numbers. I mean, I can just try to start with Eliphas. Nope. I didn't think so. I didn't think that would work. I was thinking maybe you'd have to put in a succession of passwords, but no, that's not what they want. What does the 2 and Eliphas mean? What are they doing here? What does this have to do with the, you know, what they're trying to get from me? Let's get rid of the dead end. And it said modify files, right? Don't be afraid to modify files. That's what they said. Do not be afraid to modify files. Maybe, nope. See, I can't modify that one. We're already showing hidden files here. We can't modify that. See, why would they say that? Don't be afraid to modify files, except you can't modify most of them. You can't rename that. Can't rename that. Can't rename that. Or that. What about this? Nope, you can't rename that one. You can't rename the big puzzle files. I was thinking, okay, what if you have to rename the file by the number? Nope. Not quite their tempo. Not what they're looking for. What if you... Nope, I thought maybe duplicating it would allow you to rename it. That doesn't work. So what file would you want me to rename? Them throwing that in there means there's some modification to be done. We're going to have to modify something. Yet, I don't know what. It really bothers me that this is so difficult right from the get-go. They couldn't let me get chugging just a little bit. You know, it's like you had to throw a bone or a wrench in things. You wouldn't throw me a bone. I wish they would throw me a bone. But they won't. See, and I kind of know, okay, Eliphas. This is something. I don't know that it's walleye. Maybe it is, and that little piece right there is throwing me off, but that's making it look not like an L. But I thought it was walleye. But it looks like W-A something. And then you have Cassandra, Rubicon, and what was the final one? Was that... What was the key? Where's that key again? Key. Portonus, that's right. Portonus. Maybe you have to type in the names like I was thinking, but maybe I just did the order incorrectly. No, so it's not Walleye. Who was the author? How the fuck did I figure that out last night? That's the dead end. Cassandra. No, but hold on. No, I don't think that's it. I'll tell you why. Because for a second I was thinking 1, 2, but there's no 3. So the numbers they've given me are 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. One, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's not going to be it. Almost certainly not. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Didn't think so. Just had to try it. And it can't be the the 8th number in the thing because there aren't enough letters to make that work. So that's not it. What about 1? Start here, they're saying. Maybe start with this one. Okay, why? Huh? You know, what do you want to get from me here? Etched wall. Dare to say my name. This one says, they didn't write their name on the wall, but still you feel as if you could figure out who the author behind these etchings is. And how did I do that? I think I need to get that sorted out. I don't believe I used the color lens on this. I don't think I had it yet when I solved this puzzle. So how did I figure out the author with just these clues right here? With the small rooms, I didn't rename anything. Small room. I got 2 of those open. Or wait, did I? They both go away? I don't need 2 etched walls. You reshape the key and reveal its message. You turn the lock with a small chamber like a closet is behind the big central door. The rock walls of this compartment are completely covered with the same etched phrase, "Dare to say my name." You know from experience that speaking aloud holds some type of power. Examining the room, you are sure that the only way forward is to call their name, whatever it may be. Who wrote these words anyway? Now, how did I solve this? Who is the author? We've got the hidden files open. Maybe there was something here that went away that I don't have access to anymore. Because I don't know how I would have solved this with just this information. I think I tried Desktop Explorer, and that wasn't correct. I don't think that's it. I'm feeling very stumped right now. Already. An hour in. I feel like it was almost immediate, though. It was like 20 minutes in. And I'm just sitting here, you know, proverbially dick in handed with no idea what to do. I don't know what these numbers correspond to. Like, even if I had this, I feel like Walleye was correct. But I don't know why it looks like an N. And if it is Walleye, and that's number 1, and Elephas is number 2, and the face is number 6, what is that? Portonus, Rubicon. Okay, you said don't be afraid to rename files or to modify them. All right, I'm not. I'm not afraid. It's like for this one right here, okay? Maybe I have to copy them a certain number of times. I can't even copy that one. How about the Elephas one? Because this one was only supposed to be 1. So where's the there's the torch. Where was the Elephas? That was like one of the first ones, I think. Your hand. No. See, that'd be something that would work. To copy the place where I got the password this many times. That kind of makes sense. But stack stones, no. Now I have to find where that was again. That was salve. That wasn't it. The 3 paths. Image, no. Left door, no. Etched wall. Author. Cassandra. That would be that one over there. That would need copied. 1, 2. So now we got 3 of them. 4, 5, 6. Nothing happened though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd copy Cassandra 6 times. And then where's the Rubicon? They'd want that 8 times, maybe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then the Protonus, that's the key. There's the key. And we got 2, 3, 4 of those. Okay, that one's taken care of. Now we just need to figure out where Eliphas was. No, it wasn't that one. Nope, don't want that. Get out of there. That's it, isn't it? Eliphas. The wide papyrus strip. So I did all those. So I copied everything, you know, that had... What's up, Huggy? How's it going? I'm stuck. That's how it's going. I'm stuck puzzling it out here, trying my best, and just hit a dead end. You know, I thought that might have been it, because it was like, don't be afraid to modify files. And by modification, maybe they meant copying. So I found each one of these words in the folders, and I copied them a certain number of times. I couldn't copy this one. You wouldn't want me to, right? Unless they're not counting the original copy as a copy. You know? You're not great at puzzle games. I don't play them a lot. It's kind of a rare occasion. I thought this looked cool because it had kind of like a creepy, sort of glitchy horror element to it. There's like some supernatural stuff going on. But then there are a lot of times where I'm just stuck. I mean, maybe for some people who are like geniuses, it would be awesome to watch, but probably not for me, because I feel like I'm spending a lot of time here just spinning my wheels, talking to myself, scratching my head. Oh, what do I do now? So I can't imagine it's the most exhilarating stream to watch. It's probably why I don't do these games very often. I thought this one would be a little, I don't want to say faster paced, but I didn't think that the puzzles would be quite so difficult as some of them have been. Now, to my credit, I did solve quite a few last night. I had a few good aha moments after sitting there and puzzling it out for, you know, crazy stretches of time. Sometimes a thought would occur and it's like, oh yeah, and that feels good to capture that on live camera, on live television. But then with this is like the first big puzzle I've gotten into tonight, and it's just it's not going well. The one I got stuck on last night, I solved almost immediately after I started here, and I was thinking, oh, good, my mind's fresh, I'm getting some keen insights here, this is going to be a better time. And then I hit a brick wall immediately after that. So that's what's been going on. Oh, cool, you got the CDs in the mail. Good. Good to know. No problem. Yeah, I threw in some bonuses there. The I Love What You've Done With the Place album was the last album that my previous project put out. The previous band that I was in that kind of like morphed into SUPERDIVORCE with some of the same members. But that's a good album. That's a really good one. That might be like my favorite thing that I've done. It's up there. I'm really proud of that still. So I hope you like it. Also threw in a couple little stickers there. So maybe you can slap those up somewhere. Slap them on a thing you like. That kind of dovetails into what I was talking about earlier with the Project Wombat that I'm going to have more information coming about. Keep your ears to the ground on Project Wombat. Going to be providing plenty of details on that very soon. But right now, I should need to provide details on what I have to do to try to solve this. Some sort of magic word. They're trying to get me to say a magic word. Cool, you put one on your record player. If you really want a record, I do have vinyl copies of action figures as well. Have some of those too. It's the only project that I've ever made vinyl records for. It's got a nice gatefold. You know, it opens, it's got all the lyrics on the inside. Got a cool little sleeve that it goes into and all that jazz. So those are pretty nice. If you want something for your actual record player. And I think you said you were giving a CD or whatever to a friend, is that right? We're going to pass a CD along to a pal? You want me to try Wombo Gabongulus. Wabo Gabongulus. I mean, it's as good a guess as any at this point. Wabo... What'd you say? Wabo... Gabongulus. Oh, with an O there. It didn't work, unfortunately. That's not the right password. It's not what they're looking for. And for the millionth time, I'll look at the same hint. Perhaps a different magic word might do the trick. Do not be afraid to modify files. Like, what does that mean? Because in here, where I actually have these files available, I don't know. I can duplicate these, but why would I want to? Why would I want multiple copies of that? Or of the left wall? See, that's all I can do. I can duplicate those. I don't think stacking them over top of each other will do anything. It does not. They gave me this picture, and it's just kind of bullshit. Well, I hope your friend enjoys the albums. Has your friend ever joined in on a live stream before? Is your friend a fan of YouTube? Who isn't? Everyone watches YouTube now. Everyone and their grandma, they say. Do not be afraid to modify files. Well, I'm not afraid, it's just that you won't let me most of the time in the ways that I would like to. See? We can't rename anything, we can only duplicate. What What is this? Something is preventing you from changing this file's file path. OS error. An open executable daemon is preventing the operation. Exception OS. An open executable daemon. What does that mean? I've got the file open, so I can't... Let me try and close all these. I was thinking maybe because the file was open, that would be the daemon. Exception from OS. File path. So is that something I need to take care of? Do I need to take care of the daemon? Well, that's cool if he doesn't do live streams. That's alright. Maybe he would like an uploaded video. That's why I like to do both. Not everyone likes live streams. Some people just like to, you know, watch uploads, and that's fine. Of course, I didn't do one today because I was working on Project Wombat. But we'll get back to an upload tomorrow. I'll have something up here. I'll have something nice. An open executable daemon is preventing the operation. Could that be it? Nope. How do you get rid of the daemon? I don't even know if that's what they're looking for me to do. But... Hello, what can I do for you? System tip. Don't like how a story is told? Edit and save a storyteller plus file to suit your needs. Edit and save a storyteller plus file to suit your needs. Edit and save? Hold on a second. So you can change the source code. Maybe you have to write the fucking thing in here. Let's see. Let me do this again. I don't know if this will make any sense. But no, because damn it. See, just curious. Just want to see what happens here if I put in Eliphas and then save. The whole room shakes for a second. This short commotion reassures you of being on the right path. The claw marks on the wall seem to have destroyed a specific image. Could the correct word be related to it? The religious scriptures around the walls are now partially covered. Okay, so we're on the right track now. Okay, I just got chills. Because that worked. That's what they were talking about, modifying the files. I wasn't even thinking of modifying the source code. Okay. Eliphas. So it's not Eliphas. It's going to be something else. It might be... Let me try walleye. Walleye. Your words echo strongly within the room. Nothing changes. As your voice fades, sounds resembling hurried footsteps come from not far behind. Yelling alone in a corner of an ancient temple isn't your idea of safety. So maybe it wasn't walleye. But it looks like that's already been messed with. So maybe I don't even need it. Let's try a different one. Let's try... What was that other one? Cassandra. Save. Cassandra. Your pronunciation of the word is finished with your throat closing up. The echo of your voice brings with it extreme discomfort. Your whole body heats up and your vision is clouded by hot tears. You gasp for air. Instinctively, you turn around and find someone or something convulsing in pain similar to yours right now. Just before you try to scream in terror, everything fades away instantly as the echo finally subsides. Let it be a warning, you shouldn't try that again. Okay. I won't do Cassandra again. I'll try this one. This was Rubicon. Let's delete that. Save. Rubicon! The whole room shakes for a second. This short commotion reassures you of being on the right path. The claw marks on the wall seem to have destroyed a specific image. Could the correct word be related to it? So, does it mean that this is the one they need? Of course it would be that one, because it's totally destroyed and I can't remember what it was. And the path to get there is obscured. It's like, who is the author? I'll try this other one too. That was, what was that one? The key. I don't remember what the key was. What was the key? That was in the cave. The key. Portonus. Okay. Portonus. Okay, it just means we're on the right path, but they really want this one. Because of course they do. Of course they want the one that I can't find. Ugh. Dare to say my name. Say my name, say my name, say my name. We got Destiny's Child happening here. Who was the fucking author of this one? How did I figure that out last night? I can't rename it. I can open it up, view the source code. Who wrote these words anyway? They didn't write their name on the wall, but still you feel as if you could figure out who the author behind these etchings is. How did I figure that out with just this? Because I couldn't rename it. It's the last one I need. And it looks like W-A, maybe an N. Yeah, it might have been Beyonce. I wish it was. I think I would have remembered that. But I don't think it was Beyonce. Nor was it Kelly Knowles. Or Kelly Rowland. That was her name, right? Kelly Rowland. And then there was the third lady. And I think a fourth one at one point. In Destiny's Child. Before Beyonce ran them all off. Because she got too big for her britches. She didn't want to be a part of Destiny's Child anymore. She decided she was the only child. So who is the author here? W-A... what? And how in the world? Because sometimes you figure things out and then files disappear. So I'm wondering, did a piece of information fly away here? What were my options up at the top? Pretty much the same stuff. Go... properties. Oh, author. MMTT. So is that not even what they're looking for? I was thinking that was what they were looking for there. There must be something else that I've missed. I was looking in the wrong place. we have here? Engraved. Keep out. That was the Cassandra one over here. So where were there scratches on the wall? Because I don't think it's MMTT. Is it? Nothing changes. That's not it. It doesn't look like MMTT. We had that. That was the dead end. Okay, let's go back to the very first puzzle. Your hand with the compass. The cave. We have the torch. The no escape, the stuck. Mural. No. The stacked stones. That was the one with the elephant. That was Eliphas. Torch, we saw that. Yeah, no. No. That's just the key. I would think it would be this one. Dare to say my name, and that was MMTT. Stalagmite, that was the Rubicon, and that's a dead end. What the What was this? Where were there 3 scratches on the wall? You're lost. Source code. What was the password for this one? Maybe they just tell us in this little story. Let's see. Gotta wait for him to finish up here. You assume it's the cave's name. Fortuna. That's not it. It's not Fortuna. See, I'm still trying to figure out what these numbers mean, too. They never include anything if they're not using it somehow. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Huggy. We'll see you next time. Probably be playing something different tomorrow night. So, perhaps something a bit more action-packed. But hope to see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening here. And a great day for the next one. And we'll see you next time. All right. Yeah, we'll try Fortuna. Nope. That's not it. That's not the one. Gosh. I think it's W-A-N. Oh, no. I-N. Was it Inani? That seems to ring a bell. Maybe I spelled it wrong. No, damn it. It was something like that. It was something like that. Alright, we'll see you later. It was something like that, wasn't it? Cave's mouth. Lost in the Shilp. No escape. Anana. Anana. I-N-A-N-N-A. There it is. Ha! All right. For fuck's sake. That took long enough, didn't it? Jeez, oh Pete's. Woo, all right. It's just as at the beginning of your adventure. The moment this word leaves your lips, every torch bursts aflame. As the fire's radiance takes over every corner, the water on your feet and the vines on the walls disappear mysteriously. The jaws of the crocodile statue open up, revealing a yellow lockbox. As you lift it, clear words echo in your mind. Well done, clever child. Use this knowledge to open my lockbox. So this right here is going to be the, this is going to be, the answer somehow. Okay, but it's yet another puzzle. Okay, great. They couldn't just give me a password after all of that. There's a puzzle within the puzzle. KR. Torch 3. I mean, jeez. So key. What is a... That's an elephant. So it's got key 8. What are you talking about? Key 8. Elephant 1. It almost looks like a turkey. See its turkey head up here, and here's the body. But it's not. It's an elephant. 5 elephant. 1 elephant. Key 4. Fire 3. 3 R. Slashies 2. Bow. And then the K and the R. What? Key times 8. This could be where the number right here maybe comes back to like correspond with a number in the word or the letter in the word. The number corresponds to the letter in the word that you're supposed to use. So it'd be what? SEK? This doesn't feel right. This feels like nonsense. SEK, and then the 5th letter HE. This feels like garbage. I don't. T, and then fire. What's the fire one? What was the fire? The torch. I don't even see it. What would the torch be? Key 8, elephant 1. And then K. Why'd they give me the K and the R? Is that supposed to throw me off too? Is it still the same thing when I open it? Maybe I have to use the color lens. Thought it might change the fire, but it didn't. Blue. Nope. Yellow. Nope. Not that. And here I closed the documents already. Starting with the key. That's Portonus. What are you trying to get me to do here? I was right. My first thought was right. Here's why I didn't try that. Because I thought they were looking for something else besides this. For this right here. For the torch. And 3. Because it looked like they'd be... Why didn't they give me claw marks as a symbol? You know, it doesn't look burnt. It looks like it was slashed with a claw. Like big claw marks tearing through it. Whatever. Okay. Okay. To be honest, I did not think you could do it. I guess old dogs can learn new tricks. I guess so, huh? Note. One man's trash is another man's treasure. What even is that? You hold in your hands a small yellow treasure chest. You imagine the possibilities of what could be hidden here. Gold coins, forbidden amulets, a map out of here? Opening it reveals nothing but a small note. You can't do anything with it, but interpret its meaning. Whatever it means, you are certain that obtaining this message is your reward for clearing this temple's path. Yes, the note must be hinting the treasure is hiding elsewhere. Okay. So that's it for that. No, I don't want the chronologue. That doesn't change. Okay. So I guess that's a dead end. What happened here? This has been scratched out. Meaning what? We've completed that. So I should go on to path number 2. Alright, let's see what was going on with this one. You approach the mirror to get a clearer image. Without thinking, you pass your fingers through its surface. The mirror bursts into pieces. Every single mirror that surrounded you shatters unexpectedly and brings sand falls upon you. Looking around you in a panic, you spot a dried-out corpse next to their old notes. There is something in their hand, a decorated hourglass. Interacting with it only adds to your confusion. Is your mind playing tricks on you? Time is running out. You do not wish to share their fate drowning in the sand. Hourglass. Okay. Time seems to have an effect on this room. The hourglass clicks for every hour I've been stuck here. Translating my notes so far have revealed me this poem. On a dark night, a blue moon rises, while a red eye leaves the sky, leaving a tune from up high. Plenty blood-stained feathers fall slowly to the ground, while sapphire scepters rise as many as time decides. When you look closely, sand foretells the path. The sum of all is more important than the value. Why can't I read? Let me try this again. When you look closely, sand foretells the path. The sum of all is more important than the value of its parts. Think carefully and you'll realize time takes all but memories. Lastly, I see something written on the wall. A clue of some kind. It says, red face equals 48. But the red face appears when the hourglass marks 12 hours. What am I missing? I don't understand. The sand is rising. Time is running out. Here's the hourglass. When you put the color lens of the blue over it, see now it says four. That changed something
What about when we set it just to 12? Exactly. Getting that little symbol on there. Red face equals 48, but the red face appears when the hourglass marks 12 hours. That'd be 12 hours. One. And changing the minute hand doesn't do anything. It's only the hour hand. They want me to do something with that 48 to make the red face appear. The sum of all is more important than the value of its parts. Okay, that's not... I thought maybe you'd have to, like, set it at a number and then apply the new time, and that would, like, bake the 6 in. And you'd have to do that so many times to reach 48. But I guess that's not what they want. That's not it. The sum of all is more important. When you look closely, sand foretells the path. The sum of all is more important than the value of its parts. Time takes all but memories. They've got different symbols down there. You can see the water sigil inscribed. Yeah, I know that. That's not giving me anything that I don't already know. 2, and we see 2 right there. That's 5. That's 6. So I'd imagine you want to get that, like, filled up all the way. But PM and AM doesn't seem to do anything. Changing the year, that doesn't do anything. The date seems to be irrelevant. So 6 and There's the blue moon. And the red eye is at 3. Changing to red doesn't do anything. But we've got the blue moon at 10 and the red eye at 3. Plenty blood-stained feathers fall slowly to the ground, while sapphire scepters rise, as many as time decides. Is that supposed to be a feather? I guess that would be the scepter. 1, 7. See, if you're going in order, if you started here at the Blue Moon Rising, going to the Red Eye, then there's like no way to lock in your selection, if you will. It's like there's the Bloodstained. I think I've had it. I think I'm gonna say I can't deal with it anymore. This one's too obscure for me, I guess. It's not making sense. Seems like nonsense to me. They just didn't give me anything to work with. Yeah, like, that's all. You can see the water sigil inscribed on the hourglass. Oh, wow. What a big help to give me that. I don't know. Like I said, if it was adding up numbers to get to 48 or something, or to get to 12, you would think, okay, then you hit apply each time, that would change it and lock it in. That's not happening. Changing AM and PM doesn't seem to do anything except make it glitch out because you've changed the time a little bit. But like changing this, the only other thing that I can think of real quick is if that changes the order. So if you move up and down, it's 1 and 5. It's still 1 and 5 if you change it from AM to PM. So that's not doing anything differently. I don't know. Fucking got me on that one. I guess they got me there. You know, The other ones, I was like, all right, I can do this. This, I'm like, I've looked at all their clues. It seems like hogwash to me. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I'm gonna throw in the towel on this one. Yeah, I think we're all done with you. I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Sad note to go out on, but I just what is this? Topaz. What a find. Putting trash to good use, I see. Enjoy your treasure. Topaz. Oh, that's why I said one man's trash. I see. Where'd that fucking one go? That's podium chamber. That's what you have to do. You got to put those in place when you get them. But you got to get them. And unfortunately, to get the next one, we have to figure out that time thing, which is just not working for me today. We're just not getting the job done on that. And I hate to throw in the towel, but I'm like, man. It's fucking hourglass. You know? How can that be it? How can that really be all? You just sit here dicking around with this all night long. And for what? It bothers me that there's another jewel just on the other side of that fucking folder that I have to open. And it's so obscure. They can't be fucked to try and help me out just a little bit beyond giving me that bullshit hint that I already knew about. You know, they've included a poem. The blue moon rises while the red eye leaves the sky, leaving a tune from up high. Blue moon, red eye, yeah, we saw those. They're right there. You know, there's the blue moon. But there's no, like, there's no lock it in option. You know, it's not as if putting this over here changes anything. It just shows you shit. Shows you the number. Go to 3, and you see the eye. The red eye, even though it's not red. It's just blue still. Bloodstained feathers. That could be anything. I don't even know. It's like these symbols, that one right there. Is that a bloodstained feather? It looks like maybe it could be. It doesn't really look like a feather. Maybe it is. That's got to be the scepters. As many as time decides. When you look closely, sand foretells the path. It does. Because I don't really see that. The sand is not changing. The sand... Well, there it is. Okay, it is changing. But okay, it's just filling up to a certain level here. It's following those marks. Sand foretells the path. The sum of all is more important than the value of its parts. Think carefully and you'll realize time takes all but memories. Lastly, I see something written on the wall, a clue of some kind. It says red face equals 48, but the red face appears when the hourglass marks 12 hours. So it's like when it marks 12 hours. So maybe this. When it marks 12 hours. Are we assuming that each one of these is 1 hour? Hold on. The hourglass clicks for every hour I've been stuck here. So yeah, so every click is an hour. So right there, you know, that means 1 hour has passed. Okay. So we're starting at... You'd be starting at 11:50. One. What's up, Matt? This game is still going. Yeah. For the live stream, unfortunately so. I was about to call it quits, like a half hour ago. And then I was like, I gotta keep going. So no one's been here. I've not been saying anything. It's almost like just a background music ASMR stream, really. Every so often you might hear me do something like that. But it's not been a very exhilarating or exciting stream tonight. I've just been in the process of puzzling on this fucking one for way too long. From 7 to... It goes to 7. Let's see. Is it the... The blue is always on the left. The blue is on the left. When it turns blue, it fills up on this side. Or it drains on this side, I guess we could say. And when it's red, it drains on this side. What does that mean? And it's from 7 p.m. to what? From 7 until all 7 through 12 a.m. actually. 7 through 12 a.m. it's all red. And then when you go to 1 a.m. until 6 a.m. it's blue. And then it turns red again from 7 a.m. until 12 there. Then it turns red again. And then from 1 p.m. until 6 a.m. or 1 p.m. until 6 p.m. it's blue again. What does that mean? No one knows. They say something about blue moon rising while a red eye leaves the sky. So I don't know if that means that these blue ones here are supposed to represent time being added, and when it turns red, it's like time's being taken away. That doesn't make much sense. I don't know what it means. I don't know what the 48 is all about. The red face appears when the hourglass marks 12 hours. The red face. Does that mean like when you die? Like you're suffocating, your face is all red because time has run out? Red face equals 48. But the red face appears when the hourglass marks 12 hours. So when you've gone through 12 hours, you die. But what? Red face, 48. What is 48? And what is this? The sum of all is more important than the value of its parts. What are you trying to tell me with this? You know? I just don't fucking get it. I just don't fucking get it. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like they've got all these little moving parts here. Hourglass clicks for every hour that I've been stuck. Well, if I hang out too much longer, I'm going to be stuck. I'm going to end up with the red face equals 48. Because I'm just not... This is how I feel. What am I missing? I don't understand. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel right now. It's like, what are these hours that were red and then blue and then red and blue? 7 to 12 is all red. 1 to 6 is all blue. To the ground, while sapphire scepters rise, as many as time decides. When you look closely, sand foretells the path. Does it? Does it really? I'm not so sure it does. It's not telling me much of anything. It's telling me that it's draining out of the hourglass at various intervals. How does that help me solve this? Red face equals 48. But the red face appears when the hourglass marks 12 hours. Okay. And what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with the red face appearing? Why do I care about a red face? This archaeologist is already dead. So how is that going to help me? The red face. You know, we never even see It's like right now, okay, hold on. While a red eye leaves the sky, leaving a tune from up high. Leaving a tune. What kind of tune? How is a red eye leaving a tune in the sky? A blue moon rises. A red eye leaves the sky, leaving a tune from up high. I mean, maybe the switcheroo that happens between the red and the blue, I guess it could be like the hourglass being turned over. Because when it's like that, it's like, okay, there's a blue. What, it's rising? Back to red. It's falling. Leaving a tune from up high. Okay. I gotta call it. Is it working now? Now it's back. I looked over and I didn't see anything on the monitor there. Okay, well, whatever. Par for the course for this fucking thing. Let's try this again. Until next time, take real good care. Keep kicking ass. Love you lots. Lord willing, I'll be back very soon with another video for you to watch. Bye-bye.
Super Divorce.
We gonna go viral with this one.